Alright, y'all, what's up? It's Wooly here, and today I want to talk about what's happening with Fire. So I know there has been some discussion that they're going to be adding in-power channeling uh, to some of these moves that are vulnerable to interrupt. So Fire Burst, I believe, Mass Debt. That's why I've always kind of stayed away from these powers, because they're vulnerable to interrupt. So a lot of the times when you try to cast them, like, yeah, they hit big. You can see the numbers there. But a lot of the times when you try to cast them, you'll get, interrupted, knocked over, things like that. Now you could put the empowered channeling mod on your hands, but I prefer to run max damage because there are other powers that we can use to run those. But in preparation for that update, when that actually comes out, um, we are going to actually go over the loadout here. So this is what I'm going to be running when it does drop, and if I modify it in any way, because I'm always testing. Of course, we'll cover that. So, heat vision, overheat, fire burst, and of course, snuff out. And I'm running robot sidekick, and I'm still running speed drain for the EOG spam. Feel free to swap that out for whatever you want. You want to run Neo Venom, you want to run Fireball Barrage, by all means. Of course, if I have an EOG healer, I'm going to take out Robot Sidekick and I'm going to run Fireball Barrage in this case. But the normal loadout is going to be this right here. So typically you'll start off with Overheat, go to Heat Vision, hit Fire Burst, go to Snuff Out, hit Heat Vision, go to Fire Burst, and Overheat should be ready to go again, and then we'll go to Snuff Out. That's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. Fire Burst is going to be situational, of course, because it is mid-range. So if you're going to be using it for a raid and you want to be long range, then you'll probably swap over to Mass Debt. But let's go ahead and cover it right here. So I've turned the effects down. You can take a look at it. Now you did see what it looked like in motion, but we're going to go ahead and cover it anyways. So you can stick to the weapon tap if you want. Typically, I will only do the brawling AoE when there's a lot of ads present. You want to drop overheat as soon as it comes up every single time. There is a attack mod for that. I believe it goes into the legs. Gives you a little bit of healing whenever you use it. Kind of messed up there and paused for a second. Still adjusting to this loadout. But as you can see, we get really nice numbers with it. So basically, overheat should be ready every second rotation at the latest. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I know this guy. But anyways, that's the loadout, guys. That's what I'm going to be running whenever in power channeling does go into effect for those powers. Now let's take a look at what it looks like with mass debt. Okay. So not much different. Relatively about the same. The only difference is that mass debt has a much greater range. You can see it there compared to fire burst. So see, fire burst, you really have to be a lot closer to make it go into effect. And even if you're like mid-range, you still may not hit all of it. Whereas mass debt, you can be pretty far back. See what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty straightforward loadout. If you just want to do that Kamehameha, then you'll throw on the fire burst. So pretty straightforward, guys. Of course, I'll go into more detail as I move on and do some more testing, but wanted to share with y'all what I am going to be running when that update does go into effect. I'm not sure when it's actually going to go into effect, but I know it is being discussed, so should be happening soon. Anyways, guys, just a little something I wanted to share with y'all in preparation for all the new stuff that's going to be rolling out. So I'm still working on the ice thing. I think I've just about got it set. Just making some final tweaks to it. So we'll be dropping the ice loadout hopefully within a week or two. Sorry, my phone's going off in the background. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, consider sticking around. Maybe give us a sub and a like. Drop a comment down below. If you're a returning viewer, as always, much appreciated, guys. I'll catch you next time. Willie out, and stay frosty.